Hello, this is Rick Morris. We're going to start out a little different today. I'm going to tell you a short story, but this is a series of videos for recovery from alcohol and drug abuse. But my story is I grew up in West Texas in a small town where cotton was king. It was an agriculture community. And one day I was on the turn row with my father in law. He's a cotton farmer. And this other farmer drove up in his shiny new red pickup truck, and he got out and sauntered up to our truck, and he said, "Well, I'm spraying my crop with WD-40." My father-in-law looked at him, and he knew he was one of those guys full of big stories, and he said, "Why would you spray your cotton crop with WD-40?" And this other farmer said, "Well, my cotton was growing so fast, it was squeaking and it was keeping me up at night. So I decided I'd get up this morning and have a crop duster spray it with WD-40 so the squeaking would go away." Well, that was a tall tale. That's not at all what he would do or what he did do, but it's a story that hasn't left me, and it relates to our lesson today. We're on step 11. We're following the 12 steps, and our title is Reaping and Sowing, and it's episode 4. Now, the step states, we sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God, praying only for knowledge of His will for us and the power to carry that out. Now, the verse I've selected is a powerful verse, and we're not going to dissect it today and talk too much about it, but it is a very powerful verse. It says, "Those that sow in tears shall reap with shouts of joy." That's Psalms 126:5. That'll speak to some of you. Now, this this law of sowing and reaping, it goes something like this: whatever you sow, you reap whatever comes from that. That's just a law of nature. So we might think, since we sow destruction in our lives, we're going to reap the benefits of that horrible lifestyle. Well, that's what happens if you don't stop drinking and using drugs. You do reap what you sow. If you sow destruction, you reap destruction. But we are changing our life, we're changing our thinking, and we're plowing up those weeds of our old life, and we're planting good seeds in place of it. Now that sounds great, Rick. What does that look like? Well, as we clean up our life, several things happen. First, we feel remorse because we see the destruction we left behind. We make amends, or we made amends where we could. We go forward and we don't get stuck in the past. As we plant good seed, we're plowing up the scars of the past, which may include wounded people, broken marriages, felonies, bad credit, needy children, child support, on and on. We don't get overwhelmed with the past, but we respond to each issue as it presents itself. We pray for those and bless the ones we've wounded. We pay our bills on time. We appear humbly before the court, and we serve out whatever retribution that they met out because of our past. We handle everything from our past with honesty and good character. As we do that, we're actually plowing up the weeds as we plant good seeds of kindness, service, honesty, reliability, and forgiveness. You know, it shows character to be able to live without alcohol and drugs when all hell is breaking loose. Satan will come after you as you clean up your life. I can guarantee you that. He'll attack you through hurt people and your finances. Keep your head up and know that that attack is coming. When you make it past the attack, your life will be a testimony for others that are coming along behind you. Actions that you take speak louder than words. Consider your sobriety as solid gold. Don't throw it away. Your sobriety is your ticket to freedom. Some people get discouraged because when they start cleaning up their life, they think their old life will just go away. Well, life just doesn't work that way. However, you can use your past to prove to yourself that you now think differently. You act differently. You have hope that was missing before. Here's what you should say to God. God, I need you. I need your help. Show me how to live this new way. What do you want me to do? I'll pause and let you answer. Here's my answer. I wouldn't even try to guess what God will do in every individual situation. He looks at your whole situation, your past, where you are now, what you're thinking, what you've got to do ahead. He will work with each person the best way to bring healing and restoration. He's a good God. That's the way He works. We can make sure we have good solid ground for that good seed to be planted in. And we do that by making choices that bring life and not death. Now, my analogy is that you're pulling up to that field with a big old brand new John Deere tractor with planter boxes on the back, and you're filling those planter boxes with good seed. And as you start planting through the field, your plow that you plant the seeds with actually plows up the old weeds. So the more good seed you plant, the fewer weeds that are in your field. So at first it looks daunting, it looks huge. But if you keep at it, you stay sober, you stay clean, keep plowing, it's not long till half that field is planted with good seed. And you can see a harvest in the future in your rearview mirror instead of destruction. Now I want to tell you where we're going to give you some direction. We're going to go ahead and cover step 12 of the 12 steps, and that is primarily helping others. And then we're going to go on with step 13, at least as far as 18, maybe further. And we're going to go deeper into changing your life, the way you think, the tools you have. We've in the past explained and worked hard with you to get you free, clean, and sober. And you should now have substantial time as without taking a drink or using drugs. If you relapse, that's okay. Go back to the step that you see in the list that would help you the most and work your way back to this place. But for the rest of you that are clean and sober we're going to move on forward. I'm going to go to the next episode.